today we are going to be looking at the Minelab X-Terra Pro tone setting. So we're going to flip over to the tones, and of course, as always, you would go to your menu button in the center and you would scroll over until you see, and you can see it on the screen hopefully, but you see the speaker with the music notes beside the speaker. That's letting you know that you are in the different tones. So what are the different tones? Well, it starts off with one tone, you have two tones, you have five tones, you have all tones, and you have depth tones. And the way you change and get to those different tones is using your plus and minus button. But we're going to go through each one of the tones, and we're going to let you hear what each one of these tones sounds like. And we're just going to be using part one for our demonstration, but just to show you the differences in these tones as we go through them. So stay tuned and let's get to swinging and letting you hear what the tones sound. Okay guys, so in this test video we are going to be using this mercury dime that we've got on a board, and we're going to be swinging over it, testing out all the tones so you guys can hear what a piece of silver sounds like going through these various tones. Stay tuned. So now what we're going to do is we are going to look at each one of these individual tones. We're going to be using the part program just to sort of show you what this sounds like. It's the default program. I'm not changing anything as far as settings or any of that, but I do want you to hear what a target would sound like in each one of these different types of tone selections. So we're going to start with one tone, okay? So we've got a mercury dime down here on a board. We're going to swing over it. I want you to hear what it sounds like in one tone. And of course, if you're using one tone, there's not going to be a lot of separation between the sounds of targets. Everything's going to sound the same. You would use this probably in a dig all situation where you're just digging every single thing that you could possibly dig in the ground. The next one we're going to go to is going to be two tones. So we're going to go over to our plus button to change the tone, and we're going to go up to two tones. Now let's see what the dime sounds like. You notice it's got a little higher pitch that it didn't have in that one tone. So that was two tones. Now we're going to go up to five tones. Let's listen to what it sounds like in five tones. Y'all can hear that higher pitched sound, which is a sweet sound. So basically what you're doing here is you've broken all the tone segments into five segments. It's going to give you that higher sound in five tones. Let's move up to all tones. Now all tones, you really spread it out completely, and you're going to hear that the dime is going to sound a much higher pitch than what it sounded before, even in all tones. So let's listen to it now in all tones. So y'all can hear it's got a much higher pitch to it. We've got one more tone setting, and that's going to be depth, but it lets you know whether the target is either deep or shallow. So you're going to listen to how faint or how loud the signal is based on where it is in relationship to the ground. So this is what depth sounds like over this dime. Y'all hear as I raise the coil, very faint, but as I get closer, it gets very loud. So depth is made for what it says it's made for, and that's for determining how deep or how shallow a target is. Bigger targets naturally are going to sound louder. Deeper targets are going to sound more faint. The closer they are to the top of the ground, the louder they're going to be. That's what depth is for in this situation. So that's basically a walkthrough through the tones. You've got those different tone settings. You have one tone, two tone, five tones, all tones, and depth tones. So those are your 5 tone settings that you can use with the Minelab X-Terra Pro. hopefully that helps someone out and actually choosing which tone you'd like to use. And if you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. And we got more videos coming on the X-Terra Pro, some other machines, and we're going to have more adventures coming real soon. So stay tuned, and we will catch you guys on the next video.